How's it going, Skyler here from Wana RV Center. We're going to be taking a look at this Zinger here. So to start off in the front, you have an electric tongue jack with two switches on it. The first switch here is going to be to raise and lower the front end. The second switch is for the LED light on the front. Behind the tongue jack, you have two 20-pound LP tanks with an automatic switchover regulator. Whichever way the long part of the regulator is pointing is the tank it will pull from first. Once your first tank runs out, it will automatically switch over to the second tank. At that time, turn the first one off, take it off, go get it filled. Behind your LP tanks is going to be where your deep cycle 12-volt battery is. And then on the very front of the trailer, you can see the ZAMP solar prep. Alright, continuing on around the front storage area here. It has the manual style catches to hold the baggage doors up, and you'll notice you have a couple different cranks on here. The first crank, the small one, is going to be for the electric tongue jack, and then the second crank is going to be to manually bring in your slide out. Continuing on around on this one, you do have an electric awning with LED awning lights. The pitch on this one is adjustable, but what you have to do is pinch it at the pins and then slide it up to the next holes. On this one you do have the step above steps that fold inside the trailer, as well as a large exterior grab handle. You also have the LED blue speaker lights. Range vents right here in the center. Below that is your freshwater connection, your freshwater fill port, exterior refrigerator vent, then your furnace exhaust. Right above your tires, you have your black tank flush and your outside TV prep. The rear steps are going to be your standard flip-in steps. Outside kitchen here, the Everchill refrigerator is a 110 refrigerator only. It has to be plugged into shore power for that to work. Then you have your outside sink. And in here you also have another TV bracket location and coax and 110 outlets, as well as an outside grill. The quick connect for your outside grill is directly underneath, and you'll see the white tag hanging down. Going to the rear of the trailer, you have the ladder to get up on the roof, as well as your spare tire. Your bumper will fit a standard size sewer hose. So on the back wall, you have your city water connection, outside shower, and your coax and satellite inputs. On the back off-door side, you have your water heater, 6-gallon Atwood water heater. And underneath your slide, you're going to have your sewer drains, your black and gray drain. Black handles on the right, gray handles on the left. In between your two slides is where your pull-out 30-amp cord is. And then going towards the front, just the other side of your pass-through storage. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the inside of this Zinger. So to start off with, right in the ceiling here, you have just a vent, standard crank-up vent. If you look at the window shade above the bunk, it does have two snaps that help it roll up, and then put it down, you just release the snaps and it just falls down. TV bracket location is in the cubby hole here, and your output for your coax and 110 outlets are on the top of it. Good storage. And here, the rear bunk, you do have a single 110 outlet. Now your slide out, you do have, it's a double bunk. The sofa does turn into a bed as well. But for your top bunk, when you travel, you have to have your bunk in the up position. Otherwise, when you're going down the road, you're going to end up breaking some components off here. You do have another mattress underneath the sofa that you can either lay out in the floor here or lay it on top of the sofa to sleep on. All the lights in the bunkhouse, except for your main ceiling lights, are going to be independently turned on and off. These ones just a single switch, and the light switch is behind the door. Continuing into the rest of the trailer, we'll take a look at the bathroom here. Standard bathroom. If you look at the vent in the shower, it is a power vent. So manual crank up, and then there's a single rocker switch to turn it on and off. The toilet is just your standard foot flush Dometic toilet again. And then you have hot and cold faucets. Your outlets in the bathroom are GFCI protected, as well as the rest of the trailer. If you look on the wall beside the bathroom door, you'll see your thermostat. Simple to use. Turn your AC on, you go to cool. Turn your furnace on, you go to heat. And that's all there is to it. The dinette in here does lay down into a bed as well. And then you have the sofa here again, lays down into a bed. Now on this you do have the center cup holders. Looking in your kitchen, you have the Norcold gas electric refrigerator, Greystone microwave and range. Little white button just turns on the accent lighting on the range knobs. To light your range, all you're going to do is turn your sparker once you turn your gas on. And then to light your oven, turn it to the fire picture here, push it in and hold it while you spark it. Your range vent, just two switches. First one's going to be for your light, the second one's going to be for your fan. If you look underneath your range, you'll see your breaker panel and fuse panel. The sink in here, just your standard single basin sink with a pull down faucet and a button to switch between spray and stream on the faucet. The light above your sink you have to turn off manually, as well as all the lights in your slide out. If you take a look over here, you have your GFCI outlet and a standard household switch. So this switch is going to switch between being able to run your AC or your fireplace. Then taking a look at your TV prep location. Again, you have to open your cabinets. And then if you look in the ceiling is where your 110 outlets and your coax connections are. Your fireplace is just your standard Furrion fireplace with on-off buttons. Heat control, you can also dim it and set a timer on it. And last, we'll just go into the bedroom here. And so nothing special in the bedroom. 110 outlets on this side over here. 110 outlets on that side. On this side you do have the USB ports. If you look on the ceiling over there, you have your coax connection and 110 outlets. You do have storage underneath the bed as well. Just lift up on the bed. There are struts to help hold it up. And then the lights above the bed you have to turn off manually via a single rocker switch. Your sliding doors, just a single catch to slide those. Alright, so the control panel in the Zinger, fairly standard control panel. The first red switch you have here is your water pump. Then you have your LP water heater, your gas water heater, and then your electric water heater. You can run both of those together just depending on what kind of activity you're doing, whether it's taking a shower or just like washing dishes. Next you have your light switches. So the first one here, lights 3, is just your interior lights. And then you have some exterior lighting as well. The first big switch we come to is your awning. So up puts it out. If you hold it in, your awning's going to walk itself in. Then you have your 2 slide out switches. Up is in, down is out. And as far as your tank monitor goes, on this one you're going to use the battery fresh black and gray one. Alright, so your water heater on the Zinger, not a whole lot to explain on the outside. The drain plug is going to be on the left side here. As far as turning it on and off, reference your control panel video. The only other thing that I would say is once you close it, you do have a sight glass here to see if the water heater did light or not.